Youth, what go on, my youth? What they do, familiar? What go on, my youths, my youths, my youths? What they do, familiar? What's up, y'all, man? What it is, what it ain't, what it is, what it ain't, what it is, what it ain't. Yeah. All right, bro. We getting right into it. Let's see. Everybody be telling me that the view that it doesn't actually like show them the like the notification when I go live. So I guess we're just gonna hop into it. Let's get it. All right, so I'm always making like a low-key preset before I start. So literally what I'll do is I'll go Shift A and see what auto is talking about. If I like auto, I'll leave it. If I don't like auto, I'll change it. I kind of like how auto looks right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave auto looking how it's looking. Go to masking menu, go to background. And when I mask this background out from my subject, I'm going to go up on my saturation to boost those colors. You guys see the colors? But I don't want to boost that yellow too much. So I could boost the saturation up hella high and I can still come down in the cool tone. So it'll still change it up a little bit, right? But I'm going to do is I'm going to go up on a little bit on the saturation, not too much on the saturation. Just like so, because I don't want that wood to look too orange or the yellows to pop too much, right? So just enough so you can see the before, after. This was shot on a Canon. This was shot on a Canon EOS RP, you guys. So I shot this on the Canon. Yeah. Canon, right? Looking flat. How's the Canon shooting flat? This was shot on my Canon, you guys. A lot of you guys are like, oh my God, you use Canon? Yes, this was shot on the Canon. Now I'm going to do subject mask. With the same subject mask, I'm going to go up in the shadows, go up in the highlights a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of contrast to her skin. Just a little bit so you can see a little bit of difference. I'm going to see before, after. Once again, this was shot on a Canon, gang. Canon. And then I'm going to go to mask. Well, not the mask, my main menu. 3 dots. Choose editing settings to copy. Check masking, hit copy, and I'm going to go ahead and paste it to my other ones that I feel. So like this one I had already did an edit for. This was the before, this was the after. I did this exact same workflow and I had already just copy and pasted it. So you can look at my masking and I'm going to show you guys exactly the same thing. When I went all the way up on my saturation, the same exact way that I showed you guys. But I did this before I started the video. What's up, Keem? What's up, D? Do you use auto all the time? If not, then what do you do if auto doesn't work? No, I don't use, well, okay, so my process goes, when I open up Lightroom, I will go Shift A. So I'll go auto, just to see what auto is talking about, because sometimes auto be right. Sometimes auto don't be right. So if I go Shift A and I don't like how auto comes out, I'm literally going to I'm going to go back. I'm going to Command Z and start over again. You know what I'm saying? So for example, I'm going to use a video. I'm going to use one right now. This one I know for a fact auto's not going to be what I like. So I'm going to go Shift A and hold on, wait. Shift A for the auto. You guys see how auto is. This is before, this is after. I don't like what auto did. So I'm literally going to go Command Z and undo what auto did, right? Undo what, wait, damn, where's it at? There we go. And where can I go revert back to normal? Hold on, because I think that there we go. Original, there we go. We'll go back to the original. We're back to the original image now. So after this, and I see that auto didn't do what I actually liked, now I'm still gonna go with my same way of working. I'm gonna go up a little bit on the shadows, but I feel like the overall image needs better shadows. I'm gonna go up a little bit on the shadows. The first thing I always usually touch is shadows. Try to see that. Then I might touch highlights a little bit, up or down, depending on how the whites are highlights, because all of this right here is highlights, right? And I'm gonna go up on exposure a little bit. All right, cool. Now I'm gonna go to my masking menu. I'm gonna go into masking. I'm gonna go to background mask. I'm gonna do the exact same workflow as before. My fault. Did you say anything about my comment? Yeah, I swear I just answered. I swear I just answered the question you just asked me about. When do I always use auto, and if not, how do I go about it? Right? Yes, so this is how I would go about it. So literally now I'm going into the shadows for the background, going down the exposure to make her look a little bit more depth. Now I'm gonna do a subject mask. This is my workflow. I'll do Shift A to see if how auto looks or what auto thinks the image is supposed to look like, because like sometimes auto be right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes auto is not right. but I be wanting to see what auto thinks is correct, and I let auto work its magic. So this on that background layer, you guys see how I'm boosting those colors just to make them colors look a little bit better. This before, this was afterwards, so very dry, no vibrancy into it. And I can go back to that subject mask also and go up a little bit of her saturation if I wanted to as well onto my subject mask, and I could even go up a little bit on her exposure to make her pop a little bit, just a little bit more. But this right here was an instance where auto also didn't work. This was the before and this was the after, but I literally did the same exact thing as, you know, separating the subject and the background last. Nah, I asked because my Wi-Fi trash. Oh, nah, you good. Yeah, I definitely did answer the question. But yeah, and then if you feel like certain colors in her skin are popping out too much, or certain colors in the overall image are popping out too much, you can go into the main menu right here. I call this the main menu, and then you can go down to colors, and you can look at the orange. Orange is like the skin color, and you can see if it's too high, it's too high. You make it come down a little bit lower, little things like that. So different things like that would help you out a lot also. But this is like the before, which I feel like her skin was fine. I don't feel like nothing was really wrong with it. But if you wanted to bring it down, you could. If you wanted to add a little bit more of a tan to it, you can as well. A little bit more tanned. You can add it a little bit more to give her a little bit more tan, stuff like that too. But just giving you guys ideas of things that you could do. Not things that I'm going to do in particular, but just showing you like if you had a problem with certain things, then you could do certain things. All right, back to this image right here. I'm going to go back to my masking menu, background mask, come down a little bit more to make a little more. There we go. A little more of a pop from that background. This is before, this is after. This was shot on the Canon EOS RP, you guys. I need to finish this behind the scenes video for y'all also, because hey, I got a lot of stuff to focus on at one time, so it's actually very hard. Okay, thank you very much. It's actually very hard to be focusing on everything I'm trying to focus on. I'm pasting it. Let's see how it pastes. Paste, replace. There we go. And going up on the shadows, go back to my layer, background layer, up on shadows, down on, there we go. Saturation's up already, up on exposure a little bit. Subject layer. Contrast is up already. I'm gonna go up on our shadows also. There we go. Right click, edit in Photoshop. All right, D, see you in a minute, my boy. And I'm gonna leave this one the way that it is. I'm not gonna try to crop nothing. Command JJ, hit C. Nope. Command JJ. I don't want to ratio it. I want to do the original ratio of whatever it was, and I'm just gonna make it straight. There you go. Double click. Leave it the same way how it was before. Same thing here. Hit C. I just want to make it straight. Don't want to take nothing away from it. Just make it straight. Bring it back down a little bit. That's good. Double click. There we go. And once you're done editing these, they will go right back into Lightroom, and they'll just have a number above them to let you know which ones you did or didn't edit. So before, after, right click, edit in Photoshop, just to do a little bit of cropping, because this might be my thumbnail. I'm thinking about making this my thumbnail. I'm thinking about making that the video thumbnail. That's why I took a few of them horizontal. They can still be cropped, but I took a few horizontal just to be able to use, you know, if I wanted to use it as a thumbnail, because the idea was we definitely, you know, we're trespassing at this mall, and I feel like it was a tough video. So, like, how far would you go for the perfect shot is going to be the idea of the video. Which I feel like overall is pretty tough. Like, how far would you go? And this was shot in 16:9. This is where I messed up at, shooting it in 16:9. I did not mean to shoot it in this format, but hey, fuck it, we ball. Now we got to fix it. You know what I'm saying? Because now the problem is when I try to crop it to post for Instagram, it's not going to crop correctly. It's not going to look correctly. Because now when I try to crop, it's going to look insane trying to crop a 16:9 to a 4:5. And I'm about to show y'all right now. 4:5 ratio, which is 8:10. You see how much it cuts off, bro? This is why I keep telling you guys, stop shooting 16:9. Like, you see how much it cuts off? Hold on, let me see something real quick. View docs, profile, scene collection, import. Let me see. View. I forgot how to. I forgot what I was trying to do technically. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think I found it. Dock. Vertical. There we go. Found out how to do it. I found out how to do it. Found out how to do it. All right, hold on. Oh, come here, y'all. Hold on. I just found out something that I was trying to figure out. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Hold on. It's a clip. Snowball. Oh, there we go. Y'all can't see what I'm doing, so I'm sorry. Hold on. Y'all can't. I'm messing around with OBS. Y'all can't see nothing that I'm doing, so I know for a fact you're like, "What the hell are you doing, bruh?" I'm messing around with OBS, gang. Hold on. I'm messing around with OBS's vertical thing, trying to make sure that I got this right, so I can. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. All right, now I know how to do it. Gang. Got it. So now I could clip it how I want to clip it. Cool. All right, bet. Wait, what am I doing right now? What am I clicking? I'm trying to get my space back. Hold on. I'm trying to get my space back. There we go. I'm like, what just happened? The vertical thing just took over. All right, cool. All right, bet. Cause the way that I have it set up, I was trying to create a clip on here. All right, so part of me's like, okay, do I cut off her leg? Do I cut off a little bit of the top so I can show a bit more, right? See, that's where the part comes like, dang, like how do you really frame that shot? You shot in 16:9, now something has to suffer. So you have to cut something off. Like that's the only bad part is like I gotta cut something off. Definitely cutting something. There we go. Let me see. Check. All right, let me see. Hold on.